find yourself in a negative spiral of thinking, that kind of downward spiral of negative thoughts? Well, we all do from time to time. And according to law of attraction, when we're thinking those negative thoughts, we're going to be attracting more thoughts like those negative thoughts. And pretty soon we find ourselves in a really, really negative place. Hi, I'm Estrella Rowell, America's Life Purpose Coach, and I'd like to share with you a tip. It's a simple process to interrupt that negative thinking so that you can turn those thoughts around into positive thoughts, and you can attract more of what you want to create in your life. Because again, according to law of attraction, what we put our energy, focus, and attention on is what we create and attract into our lives. So it goes something like this. Now, you have a negative thought, and oftentimes we're worried about the future. So we say, well, what if? What if this doesn't work out? What if I blow this job interview? What if I don't have enough money to pay my bills? What if I get stuck in traffic and I'm late? Right? All of those negative what ifs. We worry about the future. So we need something to interrupt that flow and turn it around into something positive. All right, so what I've just described, we might call what if down. And what I'm going to share with you is how to do what if up. And it's very simple. You just turn that thought around. So what is it that you do want to create? So instead of saying what if down, you're going to go, well, what if traffic just flows and is moving so easily and I get there right on time? What if I nail that job interview? They just love me and I get the job. What if I do have enough money to pay my bills this month? What if I get a new job, or something happens that money shows up and I have enough money to pay my bills? And you can feel the difference in how that thinking feels in your body. Now, I'll give you an example, something that I did in my life when I was just learning this process. Very mundane example, but it was important to me. All right, so I was doing laundry, and I put a big load of wash in the dryer. And I came back when the buzzer went off, and my clothes were every bit as wet as when I had first put them in. So the first thing I did was I went into denial, and I thought, well, maybe I just didn't have it hot enough. Maybe, it wasn't long enough. And so I turned up the heat, I put it in for some more time, came back, my clothes were still wet. So, all right, so now I had to face reality that my dryer wasn't working. And the first thing I did was go into the what if down. What if it's a really expensive repair? What if the guy comes out and we have to pay for the repair, and then he tells us, well, guess what? You need a new dryer, and we have to buy a new dryer. I was thinking all these what if horrible scenarios. And I'm thinking, oh, this isn't really in our budget. What if we don't have enough money to cover it? What if down, all right? All these what if down thoughts. And then I caught myself. I realized what I was doing. I was actually in a panic. And so I stopped and I thought, well, wait a minute. What if this could all be easier than I possibly imagined? What if there's actually a really simple solution to all of this? And immediately I felt better, and I remembered where the manual for the dryer was. So I went and got it. I looked through the manual. I got my husband. I said, here's what's going on. Is there something we can do? And there were all these troubleshooting ideas in the manual for when your clothes aren't dry. And my husband went through them and discovered that there was a part that had burnt out. So we went online and we looked online and found out that it was an $8 part that we needed to fix the dryer. So we ordered it. It came the next day. My husband installed it himself, and the dryer has been working for quite a long time, just beautifully. So it was an $8 part where I had in my mind, thousands of dollars being spent on this, when I was in my what if down spiral. So simply by stopping and thinking, wait a minute, what if there's a really easy solution to this? What if this isn't as bad as I think? What if it all works out for me in a beautiful, easy, low-cost way? All right, so that's an example of interrupting the negative thinking that is causing your body to tense up, to feel resistance, and to not allow you to have access to simple solutions. And physiologically, what happens when you're in a state of panic about something, and you're in that negative spiral, your body thinks that there's a threat. And so it's going to act like there's a threat. So what happens is all the blood goes to your hindbrain, where the fight, flight, or freeze response is located. And you don't have blood coming up to nourish your frontal lobes where your thinking takes place. So not only do you energetically not have access to answers when you're in a negative state, but even physiologically, just because of how your brain works and how your body's wired, you don't have access to clear thinking and to answers when you're in a negative state. So you see how important it is, both because of the law of attraction and just how we're hardwired, to turn that thinking around and get into a better feeling state with positive thoughts. All right, so what if up? Think of, even if it's just a simple statement like, well, what if this could be easier than I thought? What if everything just flowed? What if something wonderful happened to change this all around? What if there was a really simple solution? Even things like that will make a shift in your body, and you'll be able to interrupt that negative flow and quickly turn it around so that you can create what you want to create in your life. So I hope this tip was helpful. Thanks for watching. And if you'd like to find out more, you can go to my website at americaslifepurposecoach.com, where you can pick up your free report on visioning your purpose and heading for it today. There's a lot of great exercises in there that will help you not only to discover your purpose, but to just get in touch with what's meaningful and what's joyful for you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.